Look, most business owners hit frustrating growth plateaus. They're working harder than ever, spending more on marketing, and their revenue barely increases. And then meanwhile, their competitors with seemingly inferior products somehow to continue expanding while they stay stuck. This pattern doesn't discriminate by industry or size either. I've seen seven-figure businesses struggle with the same challenges as startups. The thing is though, breaking through these plateaus doesn't require massive budgets or insider connections or special knowledge or anything like that. I know this because I've helped businesses in every industry you could think of implement these 8 specific marketing strategies to achieve consistent growth. I've implemented them myself. The thing is, businesses waste thousands of dollars on social media and Google ads, but they skip the critical first step, which is building a system that consistently converts leads into paying clients. Okay, so forget pitching your services right away. That's not gonna work. What you need to do is start by sharing your expertise freely across YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Every platform you can manage, at least 2 or 3 of them. What I call this is the celebrity method. The celebrity method transforms you from an unknown seller into a recognized authority. So instead of chasing clients, what you do is you create content that makes them seek you. In fact, it's literally what you are watching me do right now. Okay, building this authority requires patience. You need to plan for at least 6 to 12 months of consistent content creation. Okay, but unlike paid ads that stop working the minute you stop spending or you flip a switch and turn them off, personal branding compounds over time. Again, look at this video you're watching right now. I'm demonstrating expertise first and not pushing my services on you. Okay, here's what makes this work. People buy from experts that they trust. So weekly videos, regular social posts, and valuable insights establish that trust with them naturally. And one thing that's important is that a sporadic post here and there isn't gonna cut it. Pick a realistic publishing schedule that you know you can maintain and then maintain it. But there is still a critical piece missing. For example, my first attempt at personal branding got plenty of views, but few sales. Recognition alone isn't enough. You need something more powerful to convert that attention into revenue, because that's what it's really all about, right? Making money, making new revenue. Personal branding creates visibility, but community building creates loyalty. And the difference there is massive. A recognizable brand alone will not stop potential clients from choosing your competitors. For me, everything changed when I created spaces for my audience to connect with one another and to build relationships with each other around the brand. Now, these communities, whether they're Facebook groups or Slack groups or in-person meetups or whatever, they transform casual followers into fierce brand advocates. To me, the psychology behind this is fascinating. When people join your community, they develop relationships with other members, and these social bonds create a powerful sense of belonging tied directly to your brand that you cannot put a price on. And this explains why community members will defend your brand against criticism and go out and enthusiastically promote your products without even being asked first. The implementation of this is straightforward. All you have to do is create a space centered around your audience interests, not just around your products. And then what you do is facilitate connections between members by asking engaging questions, highlighting member successes, and answering questions that other people have. You need to participate actively yourself, particularly in the beginning as it's just getting going. The most effective communities combine online and offline elements, okay? Virtual spaces for daily interaction, supplemented by the occasional in-person event or meetup or mastermind or whatever. But one critical element many businesses miss: communities need clear guidelines and active moderation. The unfortunate truth is that without that, they quickly devolve into spam-filled pitch fests, toxic environments, and just bad situations. Your brand and community provide a solid foundation, but that growth requires bringing new people into your ecosystem consistently. Most businesses completely mishandle this critical element and end up burning money on ineffective tactics and then wonder why they don't get anywhere. Most businesses, in fact, waste advertising budgets by spending cold traffic directly to a sales page without any warming them up. I know that because I burned through thousands of dollars on this approach myself, and I got dismal results. The thing is, effective paid advertising requires strategic integration with your other marketing systems and channels. The most powerful approach I've found uses paid media to amplify your personal branding efforts, but not replace them. What this means is creating ads that showcase your expertise through value-first content, targeting audiences similar to people already engaging with your brand. For example, if your YouTube videos resonate with a particular demographic, you can create Google ad and Facebook ads targeting similar audiences with short content excerpts. This warm introduction dramatically improves conversion rates compared to direct selling to a cold audience. The platform selection matters tremendously as well. Each business type performs differently across different advertising platforms. For example, local service businesses often see better results on Facebook and Google, while B2B companies typically perform better on LinkedIn and YouTube. So test, see what works. Testing is essential. Start with small budgets across multiple platforms, measure the results, then gradually increase spending on top performers until it stops returning money, and then you know exactly how much to spend. Budget allocation should follow a simple rule. Only scale the advertising that produces measurable results. Mind-blowing, right? Only scale things that work. Unlike branding efforts that build over time, paid advertising should really demonstrate like a clear ROI in like 30 to 60 days. Okay, the most overlooked aspect of paid advertising though is conversion tracking and implementing proper analytics before spending $1 on ads. Don't rely on the platforms themselves, rely on third-party tools. Okay, so now you have systems bringing new people into your world, but without a way to maintain those connections, you're going to lose potential customers. That's why this next asset creates lasting relationships that convert over time. And that is email marketing. Email marketing remains the highest converting channel for nearly every business type, but most companies implement it poorly if they implement it at all. And the most common mistake they make is treating email as a sales channel rather than a relationship building tool. Now, that's not to say that you can't sell through email, because you absolutely can. But a properly built email list functions as your business's most valuable asset. It's one you completely control, sort of social media followers or search rankings and things like that. Building this asset starts with strategic lead magnets. A lead magnet is a valuable resource your ideal customers want enough to exchange their email address for it. This should solve specific problems for your target audiences while qualifying prospects. So for example, for service businesses, case studies and templates work exceptionally well. And for product businesses, buying guides and comparison tools, in my experience, typically perform the best. And then once people join your list, the relationship building process begins. Implement a welcome sequence that delivers immediate value, establishes your expertise, and set expectations, and it helps with your email deliverability too. And then you maintain that engagement through consistent value delivery. Aim for a 4-to-1 ratio of value to sales messages. And then when you are selling via email, focus on solving problems rather than promoting features. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but trust me, the language you use matters tremendously. Your direct marketing channels are gonna work well, but truly explosive growth requires multiplying your reach through other people's networks. And the thing is, most businesses completely overlook this force multiplier because most businesses rely exclusively on their own marketing efforts, completely missing the multiplier effect of other people promoting their products. Both referral and affiliate programs leverage existing relationships to reach prospects who already trust the referrer. Implementing referral programs works best for service businesses and high-ticket products because no reference is more powerful than a friend telling you to go try this thing that worked for them. So structure these programs to reward both the referrer and the new customer. For example, offering existing clients 3 months free by bringing 2 new customers who stay at least 2 months is huge. It works really, really well. This dual-sided incentive significantly increases participation rates as well. And then for businesses with like digital products or scalable services, affiliate programs typically perform better than referral systems, in my experience at least. These programs offer commission percentages typically from 10 to 50%, depending on your margins. Some are higher, some are lower, but they offer that to partners who promote your products. The difference between referral and affiliate systems is important, so I want to make sure you understand it. Referral programs leverage personal connections, while affiliate programs create financial incentives for broader promotion. For either approach, implementation requires thoughtful structure, clear tracking, and prompt payment. The most successful programs I've implemented and been a member of include promotional resources for partner email templates or email swipes, social media posts, video scripts, and so on that they can customize to their audience, and this will dramatically increase participation rates and conversion rates. And remember that advocates need regular, we'll call it nurturing. Create exclusive communication channels for them to share performance updates, new resources, and recognition for top performers. Your marketing systems should, at this point, be generating consistent opportunities, but your ability to convert these opportunities depends entirely on your sales capacity. The ceiling that stops most businesses from scaling up beyond a certain point is that they hit the same bottleneck. That's the founder's limited time for sales conversations. Most hit this ceiling at around the 20 to 30,000 a month revenue. It varies for different people, but that's kind of the sweet spot for, well, not so sweet spot, I suppose. And they're working 70 hours a week with no capacity for growth. And that's because time is finite. And the only way to increase your time is by building an effective sales team that breaks through the ceiling. So the process starts with documenting your entire sales approach, assuming that you've got it down to where you can do it well. Make scripts, objection handlers, closing techniques, and follow-up systems. If you don't have this documentation, new salespeople are going to struggle to replicate your results and your success. There's some hiring considerations that matter tremendously as well. Look for people with demonstrated closing ability rather than industry experience. Teaching people knowledge is far easier than teaching people sales skills. So experienced sellers work better than experienced SEOs if you're in the SEO industry. During the interviews, have candidates perform actual sales role plays rather than just discussing past experience. Okay, start new hires with a training period that includes call shadowing, supervised calls, and eventually independent selling with regular reviews so you can give them feedback and help them get better. Compensation structure also matters, dramatically impacts performance. I found that a base salary plus commission model works best for most businesses, with commissions increasing at a certain threshold to incentivize the top performers to do the best. Now, as your team grows, implement clear reporting systems and regular performance reviews. Okay, the most successful sales teams maintain healthy competition through leaderboards while fostering collaboration through shared learning. Remember that salespeople who consistently underperform, despite proper training, assuming you've trained them properly, they will affect team morale. Address that performance issue quickly or make necessary changes by replacing them. And now, your active marketing and sales systems now will be working effectively, but you'll still miss opportunities from people actively searching for solutions like yours. The next approach ensures that you capture high-intent traffic. Now, while other marketing strategies actively reach out to potential customers, search engine optimization ensures people find you when actively searching for solutions. Modern SEO, by the way, extends beyond Google. You need YouTube, Amazon, and increasingly AI platforms like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, and so on. And then for additional search engines, focus on 3 core elements: technical optimization, ensuring your site loads quickly and works properly, content that thoroughly answers searchers' questions, and backlinks from relevant, high-authority websites demonstrating your authority. There's plenty of training on SEO elsewhere on this channel if that's what you're looking for. For YouTube optimization, keyword research becomes even more critical. So what you can do is use tools like TubeBuddy or vidIQ to identify search terms with reasonable volume and competition. Structure the video titles, description, and content to clearly address these search queries, and then people will be able to find your video and do what you want them to do. The newest frontier is optimization for AI assistants or AI agents or AI chats, which require structured data markup on your website and comprehensive factual content that these systems can confidently reference. It also means getting your name and your brand mentioned in as many places as you possibly can, because that's how these things collect data. So all that celebrity method and personal brand building that we talked about earlier comes into play for AI tool SEO, for whatever that's going to end up being called as well. Now, for local businesses, Google Business Profile optimization remains essential as well. Complete every section thoroughly, add photos monthly, and actively solicit customer reviews. And then the most overlooked aspect of search engine optimization is measurement. Implement proper analytics to track which keywords and content pieces drive actual business results and not just traffic. The important thing to remember is that search engine optimization compounds over time. Expect minimal results for the first 3 to 6 months in most cases before seeing significant traffic and conversion increases. Okay, at this point, your marketing reaches people through multiple channels, but competitors can still divert attention away from your brand. The final strategy is my favorite one, and it creates unstoppable momentum by making your business absolutely impossible to forget. The most sophisticated marketing approach combines what's called retargeting with what I call omnipresence marketing to create the perception that your brand is literally everywhere. This works because humans are naturally drawn to familiarity. We trust what we see repeatedly. It becomes familiar and then we inherently trust it. Retargeting starts with placing tracking pixels, which is a small piece of code from advertising platforms on your website. These pixels enable you to show ads specifically to people who visited your site or taken actions on your site. The standard approach shows product ads to recent visitors, but omnipresence marketing takes this even further. What you can do is create different ad campaigns for various audience segments. Thank recent customers for their purchase, acknowledge content viewers for their engagement, celebrate customer birthdays, or congratulate prospects on work anniversaries. Deploy these campaigns across multiple platforms simultaneously: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, and all the others. Every place that offers it, be on it. When implemented correctly, prospects literally see your brand everywhere they go online, creating a perception that you're a major player in their industry, regardless of your actual size. And if you don't believe me that this works, you will soon, because since you watched this video, you're gonna start seeing my face everywhere on the internet. So if you don't believe me from me saying it, you'll believe me from me doing it. I run this myself, and it goes on every platform you can imagine, and you're gonna see it just because you watched my videos and visited my channel. You're welcome in advance. This strategy also, by the way, requires technical implementation of tracking pixels, audience segmentation, and creative developments for multiple ad formats. So start with the platforms your audience uses most frequently, then expand as you refine your approach. The psychological impact of omnipresence marketing is powerful. When decision time comes, your brand naturally comes to mind first because you've established familiarity through consistent visibility. This approach maximizes the return on all your marketing investments by keeping your brand top of mind throughout the customer journey. These 8 strategies will create a comprehensive growth system for any business. I don't care what industry you're in or how special of a snowflake you think your business is, this is going to work. Now, the implementation sequence does matter tremendously. Start with personal branding and community branding to establish your foundation. Simultaneously, develop your email marketing system to capture and nurture those relationships. And then as these elements gain traction, implement referral programs to leverage existing customers and make it go even further through the network effect. When revenue permits, add paid advertising to even further accelerate growth. Now, as volume increases, you need to build your sales team to handle these increased opportunities. And finally, implement search engine optimization and omnipresence marketing to maximize your market visibility and start taking over. Each element we've discussed strengthens the other when implemented correctly. So it's not just do this one thing. Implement all of these and you will succeed. The businesses I've seen achieve the most dramatic growth committed to implementing these strategies systematically rather than jumping in between unconnected tactics. Look, if you've wasted money on marketing approaches that promise big results but failed to deliver, share your experience in the comments. I bet we all have that in common. And the thing is, your story might save a fellow business owner from making the same expensive mistakes you've made and I've made. And if you found these growth strategies valuable, don't miss our next video where I'll be breaking down the exact paid advertising systems that are currently generating the highest ROI for our clients. Check it out, it's right here on your screen.